In this short video guide, I'll be providing you with tried and tested techniques which will enable you to film a compelling dental practice walkthrough video using just your smartphone. I'll also share with you my 3 top tips which will go a long way in making your practice stand out from the crowd. Finally, I will take you through the process of sending the video files to us here at Lilyhead Dental Practice Sales for editing and for video creation. Let's firstly talk about the 5 main areas of the practice you are going to focus on. The full exterior of the building, the reception and waiting room, the surgeries, the decontamination room, any other areas which sets your practice apart. There is no need to capture small storage rooms, cupboards, toilets, compressor room, etc. So put all your efforts into the main areas of the practice that I've just listed. A quick aside, although we call this a walkthrough video, it does not mean that you have to film these areas whilst walking non-stop throughout the practice. Rather, let's take it on one location at a time. In a nutshell, your job is to take multiple, steady clips of these areas in a non-rushed fashion. Now let's talk about video settings. Go to your video settings on your smartphone and review your choices. Also check storage capacity to ensure you have budgeted enough for the job ahead. The minimum that we recommend is 1080p at 30 frames per second, and a typical folder size that we receive from our clients who use this setting is around 1 GB. If your phone allows you to film at a higher frame rate or even at 4K, then you have a decision to make. For our purposes, a higher frame rate is advisable. So if your choice is to film at 1080p at 30 frames per second, or 1080p at 60 frames per second, or 4K at 30 frames per second, then we would advise that you choose 1080p at 60 frames per second. The latest phones are filming at 4K and 60 frames per second, and of course you would use that option if it is available. But again, ensure that you have budgeted enough space on the device before starting. Right, you now have checked that you have enough space on your smartphone and you've chosen the most appropriate video setting. It's now time to start filming. A couple of quick notes on technique though. 1, rather than walking and filming at the same time, which often produces jumpy footage, try standing still in areas that have the best viewpoint and conduct a slow pan around the areas of interest. Do your best to keep your hands steady. And the way to do this is to take footage in 15 to 20 second increments, so you have time to rest between takes. When taking footage while walking, the key is to do it slowly and keep the phone as stable as possible. Film everything in landscape, as we'll be creating a widescreen film of the practice. Once you have taken your video footage and still photos, it is now time to send the files over to us at Lilyhead Dental Practice Sales. But it is important that you do not email the files from your phone, as this will compress them, therefore reducing the quality. We recommend that you download a file sharing application such as OneDrive, Dropbox, or WeTransfer to move your files from your phone and then over to us. You are able to create a free account with either Dropbox or WeTransfer and send up to 2 GB, which should be adequate. I look forward to receiving your footage and working on your project. Happy filming!